All right, so first we were looking at actividad 16 en la escuela. We have some sentences here and then some verbs in a pink box. Modelo says, yo estudio mucho en la clase de español. Now your first one is Lupe y Guillermo. Lupe y Guillermo are two amigos, son dos amigos, and that would be they, right? Because we're talking about them. En español sería ellos. So, Lupe y Guillermo blank mucho en la clase de arte. We look at the verbs in the box and we try to pick which one would best go with la clase de arte. I'm going to say it's probably dibujar. They draw. However, dibujar is only half correct. What we need to do is make sure that we put the correct AR verb ending on there. So we need to conjugate that verb. All right. Lupe y Guillermo dibujan en la clase de arte. Now, you don't need to put the whole sentence, but you do need to pick the correct verb and then conjugate that for the subject. All right, if we move on to the next section, aquí, escucha y escribe says, listen to a student describe this picture of himself and other students during their recreo. Write what you hear. Okay.
Escucha y escribe. Listen to a student describe the picture on the right of himself and other students during their recreo. Write what you hear. You will hear each statement twice.
1. Dos amigos y yo hablamos de las clases.
All right, so we type what you hear. I heard dos amigos y yo hablamos de las clases. All right, the Fondo Cultural answer the questions about el recreo. There is a little essay right there to read. How is this similar to your school? How is it different? Okay, those are the two questions in English. And then we get to actividad 18, escribir, hablar. All right, so I'm gonna do this as if it were. I'm gonna pick my brother, mi hermano Roberto. So first, I'm gonna say some things that I do. All right, so yo dibujo, yo escucho música, y yo hablo español. All right, so I picked 3 things that I do. So then he would do the same thing. This is my partner. He would do the exact same thing and do his first column. We notice how we are conjugating for the yo form here. All right, yo dibujo, yo escucho música, yo hablo español. So my partner, Roberto, and I would then, we would have a hangout, and I'd say, well, what did you put? And I'm imagining he would probably say, yo monto en bicicleta. So I would put Roberto monta en bicicleta. But notice he said, yo monto, but now I'm talking about him. I'm reporting on what he said. He also says, yo escucho música. So I would put Roberto escucha música. And I'm saying he listens to music. And then he would say, yo trabajo mucho. Not yo hablo español. So now I am reporting on what he said, but I'm talking about him in third person. Now we notice here that we don't have anything in common except in the middle. So things that we both do, Roberto y yo escuchamos música. Why escuchamos? Because I'm conjugating for us. That's something that we do. All right, so the first column is first person. In the middle is something that we do. And then I'm talking about him in the third person. In the third column, Roberto rides a bike. Roberto listens to music. Roberto works a lot. I draw. I listen to music. I speak Spanish. And then in the middle, Roberto y yo escuchamos música. And you see the same thing reflected in my example down below. So if you missed the lesson yesterday, if you missed the introduction, I think this should help you. I'm going to post this as a little screencast video, and let me know if you have any questions.